Hey everyone, this is the digital experience team. We're going to go over this iterations sprint planning, and I'll pass it off to Tyler to start.
Yeah, I'm going to read for Barker and for Tina, both of whom could not be here. So Barker's out this week, but back on the 12th. And so they've got 2 points of PTO catch up, and then 4 points for the solutions template build in Slippers, which I know they've been working on. Yeah, just a shorter iteration for them. Tina, 6 points on the comparison stretch goal. So this is super exciting because we're working on this comparison page rework and we're getting to the stretch goals, which is really cool, which is a top to bottom wireframe MVC for it. I know Tina's also got 2 points to help me out with some questions and answers and support. Thank you, Tina. I really appreciate you carving out time for that since I'm just about done with the actual build of the component. And then it looks like 2 points also for aligning the Figma type stack with our Tailwind CSS, which we talked about during the last retro video that people might be familiar with. So yeah, that's Tina, and then up next is me. So I'll just roll right into that. I'm going to take like 15 minutes and do this replacing the SVG on the homepage and the GitLab 14 thing super fast today. I'll probably do that right after this meeting. I picked up Barker's got an MR. We're changing some product messaging stuff. As far as I know, I think I'm just shepherding this along through merge trains, but I'm going to sort of check in to see if anyone needs a hand with like a good, find and replace or regular expression somewhere. And then I've got some points. I over budgeted a little bit for finishing the compare infographic because it's basically like it's ready to go. I got Tina's feedback at the end of last week. I just need to like incorporate that. I got to clean it up and then submit it for engineering review as well. It's a doozy, but it's straightforward. It's just like it's like 2,000 lines of code just because it's a big component with lots of data. Once I get that out the door, then it's just going to be integrating with about.gitlab.com, which is going to be pretty straightforward because we're doing it as a view controlled component. And then I am probably going to do this. This won't get shipped by like the Wednesday, Thursday video time. But I'm going to take that Friday afterwards to work on some repository health stuff for cache busting on our Slippers assets. It's just a little bit of a shorter week here. I've got a day off and we have an offsite on Tuesday. So I'm going to push that to Friday, but I still expect to get it done in this 2-week chunk of time. And Nathan, I will pass it over to you.
Sweet, thanks. Yeah, first thing, looks like there was a bug or some sort of regression for Cramdown. So I'm gonna look into that. Commit banner is supposed to go up today. Still waiting on a copy for that. So hoping they can get it today and I can get that banner up as soon as possible. It won't take long. Go live with a pricing experiment. The code's done. I just didn't want to release last week because of all the holidays and things that were going on last week. So I'm going to try and do it actually today. And then I just gave some time for anything that pops up or if I have any issues switching from dev to prod on the experiment. And then there's one more thing for the pricing page and the tooltip. We try to implement it, but then there's overflow with stuff down below. So I'll look into that. And then the big thing I'm going to work on is it's our biggest page for the OKR, at least between Steven and I. So I want to get started on that and hopefully finish it, mobile everything. So then we can work on to the other pages and we're in a good place for that portion of the OKR. Steven.
Me. Starting work on the topics landing page, both mobile and desktop, on the design on that. Kind of related to that, there's some alignment on some refinements that we're making to some of the cards. Tina had talked about this, that there's some refinements that need to be made. I think, Javi, you're aware of that. We might need to implement that in design and then also mimic it in code because they're built as part of our repo. And then hopefully being able to add the complete to our repo so that it aligns with what's in Figma, so that we can build out the usage for that a bit more as well. But kind of what Tyler said as well, I forgot about the all day on Tuesday, so that's probably a bit of a stretch. And next is GS.
Yes.
It is the right J. It is the right J.
That's me. You got it. I'm working on a new section for our homepage, which is going to kind of promote our compliance badges, maybe some security badges that we have. And that's the only thing I have for this week. It's a larger, like an 8-pointer. And I will pass it to you, Javi.
Thanks, Jess. I'm working on implementing a ton of feedback and cleanup for the navigation. And I said feedback also / cleanup because there's some things that probably should have been done that is, being stitched together that got released that probably could be improved. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of that. And then I have the rest. I only assigned 2 points for this, but it could end up taking up more depending on like how things go. But essentially it's resolving CSS class card conflicts. Last iteration, I worked with trying to update the way that Storybook displays cards. And so this week is more so, these 2 weeks are more so about trying to resolve some of those CSS conflicts and trying to get these different card components to share as much of the similar CSS as possible. And I think that's it.
Yep, and Laura wasn't here today to fill this in, but I'm 99% sure she's got the demo page up on the docket next. And that's it for us. Thank you for coming, everybody.